Hey, friends. Welcome back for another episode of More to the Story.
Hey.
I'm Farron Moore,
I'm Tahir Moore.
and today, you was about to say your name?
I was about to jump up in there. I'm like, are we introducing ourselves? All right, let's go.
Today, we have our good friend, Alonzo Edwards, in here.
Mm-hmm.
Mr.
Also known as Symmetry.
Right.
Hey.
Also known as Daddy Long Dick on OnlyFans. If you, DLD on OnlyFans is at DLD
We
on
are.
OnlyFans.
Or shoot, because of his following ad, Keep Your Distance, it should be like Pretty Eye or Lady Eyes or something.
Gentle touch.
Gentle touch.
Strong dick, gentle touch. That's
Oh my God.
that's his OnlyFans name. You find him right there.
Oh my God. That doesn't make
SDGT.
me
That's it is right
uncomfortable
there.
at all.
Like, wow.
Oh my God.
profile
That is
picture
the
right
twin.
there.
This is
right.
this is Brenda's twin. They recognize and all. They
this
say the
is
twin.
The
Yep,
twin.
that's Brenda's
Yep,
twin.
that's
Yep.
him. Yes. Hey y'all. Sorry to the Patreon about y'all getting kicked out because of our virtual guests. We couldn't keep the stream going. So thank you for coming back if you were in the first one.
That's right.
And if you missed out on Patreon, people who are listening, join Patreon.
Join the Patreon.
Join the Patreon. You missing out.
We really finna start pushing that for the next 2 months. Y'all finna see a lot of
Join
that.
the
So just get
Patreon.
ready for it.
You about to
Get
get
ready.
sick of me.
No, we
You about to get
Patreon. That's what
you
it's
about
gonna
to
be.
get sick of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So join the Patreon. But I'm excited. Thanks for coming back. Alonzo has
Yeah.
been here before he was here with his beautiful wife, our beautiful wife, Amani. Our beautiful wife, Amani. But yes, I got him back by himself because I'm going to get more into his business while we sitting here. But before we jump in there, I have a question I want to ask you. And this is from the Best Self Icebreaker Starter Pack. So, I like this one. Alonzo, in what way do you feel your childhood was happier than other people's?
Wow, I thought it was going to be a nasty question. That caught me off guard.
I know, right?
Happier than others. That means I'm comparing
Yeah.
myself to other people. I feel like I grew up in a bubble. My parents kept me in a bubble, right? And I feel like there are pros and cons to that. But the pros is I was able to be raised as a child. And I felt like I was in a little children's world made for children. I didn't have any of the cares of the world at all. They kind of kept us sheltered in a certain way. Just with me and my brother. My sister was like an adult coming out the womb. So,
Really?
yeah, so she was all up in the adults conversation and all that
Fucking
stuff.
patriarchy.
Yeah. You know
And
what I'm saying? I guess.
sexism and misogyny.
But it was a woman. He said it was his sister.
No,
that
I'm
was
saying because women are expected to just jump out there and be grown, and especially black women
Well, she
are
can't-
expected
I
to
don't
be out
think
there.
She
and
said
be
came out
that-
the
grown.
womb like
Yeah,
that.
he says that's just how she just wanted to
She
yell some
came
shit.
out.
It had nothing to do
No,
with
it,
any of
had,
that.
it was because the parents treated her that way. She didn't want that life.
That's not true.
This
at
was
all.
all weekend in Houston with
Not
her and
true.
Ty Davis just screaming out the fucking patriarchy
The fucking patriarchy.
and
No, I'm
sexism.
listening though.
Not
But you said not true.
Not true. She just had those one of those kind of brains that, like she's just like all there. She remembers like being like before she was one. She remembers that right now.
Wow.
She's that kind of person. She got a computer brain or whatever. So she really cared about all that. But me and my brother, we were like, man, fuck all that, man. Like we're kids. We're gonna go outside and play.
Right.
We're gonna play video games. We're gonna watch cartoons. We're gonna be a kid as long as we possibly can.
Hell yeah.
And I feel
Right.
like my parents like allowed that to happen. I feel like a lot of people didn't get that opportunity. So
Yeah.
Oh,
I feel like
yeah.
it helped a lot.
I
That's
definitely wanted to
great.
grow up too soon. I used to daydream about being on a date, like double date with my girl and her homegirl and my homeboy.
How old are you with these dreams?
I said daydream, first of all.
I know, but it's still a dream.
Yeah. I just felt like it was something behind how old were you with those drinks. I was probably like, I don't know, 11? Yeah, 10, 11, somewhere around there.
Oh no,
Yeah.
10 or 11. You said.
Yeah.
I was about to say something else, and then I decided not to say it, and so
Oh.
I just repeated what you said.
Yeah.
But oh, okay. I don't know. My mom was super affectionate, and I know a lot of the kids I grew up with didn't really get that. Some of my friends, even in 3rd through 5th grade, they would be called all sorts of bitches and stuff by their mom, and expected to take care of their younger siblings and stuff like that. And I just never dealt with that. My mom didn't curse at us, and she was like huggy. She was affectionate. She let us know that we were loved, and yeah. So that's how I would say mine was happier.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I definitely
Okay.
didn't get that affection. So I feel
Yeah.
that's some real shit right there.
So I am over here shuffling these cards for absolutely no reason. But since you expected a dirty card,
Oh, okay.
a dirty question, we're gonna do that one too. Oh, somebody said, what type of bubble is he talking about? I think he was just talking about just being sheltered from things when you brought up the bubble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it as a bubble.
Yeah. Bubble boys. Okay, so this is the Ace Metaphors Tonight's conversation card deck, and this is the Sexy 69 questions, the After Dark version. Ooh, do you have a bedroom name / alter ego?
Cairo.
Cairo. Why Cairo? Where did that
I
come
don't
from?
know. I just feel it.
You
know what
just
I'm
feel
saying?
it?
Came up with it and was like, yeah, that's the one. It just feels like when I get into the act and I'm like getting really like animal, that animal starts coming out, I'm like, I feel
Ooh.
like Cairo.
I feel like Cairo
that's my
drives a
name.
souped up Mitsubishi. A souped up Mitsubishi Eclipse.
I actually used to have one of those.
112 in the back, one subwoofer, some ground effects on that bitch, you know what I'm saying? Big ass spoiler on the back of it. Oh shit, here comes Cairo.
You can hear him from around the corner. He was like Debo on that bike. You hear the wheels, the squeaking. Start hiding stuff. Okay.
What
So,
about y'all? Y'all answer,
Oh.
y'all answer too?
babe, what's your bedroom name?
Sebastian.
Sebastian. Yes. And I don't really have one. I mean, we use my middle name because I've always thought Patrice sounded, I don't know, a little more free spirited than Farron sounds. But I don't really have one. So that's it.
Farron's a stern name.
It is. Sounds like a
Serious business.
lawyer.
Yeah. serious business.
It sounds too serious for it to be sexy in the bedroom.
That's a very disciplinarian name. Is
That was-
Farron gonna get you? You ain't do your homework? Is Farron ain't, you don't play that.
Oh, Queer Claw said, ooh, Cairo.
Cairo.
So I invited my good friend Alonzo back on here because I want to get in his business as I do with my guesses.
Guesses.
With my guesses. Alonzo has a foot fetish.
Yes, I do.
And I just want to know, like, start off, when did you first realize like it was really your thing? Like, how long has it been your thing?
Since I can first remember anything. Like,
Really?
Yeah, I was a kid, like just fascinated with like, I don't know, just feet, man. There's just something about them. I've always been like that. Like I really have.
Really?
But it's
I
very
remember-
specific for you, right? It's not
Yeah.
just like going to like to Journeys and then seeing people take the shoes off, like, oh, this is
No,
it's like live porn.
It's not.
It's
like
very
that.
specific
very
with you, right?
specific, Yeah, and it always has been specific, but it's also been evolving and changing over the years.
Like, give us an example.
but-
Like, what did it start out as, and what is it now?
So I kind of feel like I've come full circle with it to where I've experimented with a lot of different things, but it started out with like the sleeping feet. And I think that this it's interesting because when you're a kid, you know, like you don't have access to like girls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And their feet.
And feet, right?
Yeah.
Because
They
the
usually
feet
got
are
on
attached
tennis
to
shoes.
girls.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So
Double
like,
Feet are
dutch and shit.
attached to girls. That did
They
sound
playing double dutch and
Hillary
shit,
at
all
all.
types of shit.
right? So like, you know, I would get access like with like when my sister had sleepovers and stuff, you know, and I would be like sneaking around, you know, like when they're sleeping, and I feel like, cause I felt like it was weird, like I feel like it was weird to like, first of all, every time I brought up feet, like everybody was always like, oh, that's nasty, like that's gross, you know, and so I was like, I'm just not gonna tell anybody about it. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be, you know,
Yeah.
I guess creepy or weird, I guess, but to me it was normal.
Right.
right.
So I'm just like, all right, I'm just gonna like mess with girls' feet when they're sleeping. So sleepovers, I would go downstairs and while they're sleeping and stuff, I got really good at this shit, like super stealth. I like figured out like studying like breathing and all that stuff just naturally. Like what do I need to do? Like when do I need to move? Like all that stuff. Anyway, I'd roll up the sleeping bag or blankets or whatever, and you know I was like really into like, so it's always the bottom. The top of the foot is not really important. That's still
They
the
hidden
same.
for you.
That's still the same.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
The bottom of the foot, because I think there's a lot of reasons why, but I'll get more into that. But but it was the bottom, so I lift it up and I'd be like, all right, like I'm gonna tickle them, like touch them, and like smell them, and like.
So did
all
you
the
ever get
stuff.
caught?
Yes, I have been caught, but
I was just about to ask how many times were you kicked? Like how many times did you tickle somebody too much and do that and just pop right there in the nose?
that hasn't happened.
Really?
Yeah,
You
that hasn't
stealth
happened.
motherfucker.
I was good. I was really
Fucking
good.
ninja.
Yeah, I was like, I gotta be real. So I started out really stealth and not doing anything. I just was like, you know, I would just like assess the situations, you know, for years. As a, you know, I'm talking about like 8, like between 6 and 8.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know, and
Yeah.
I'll just be like, yeah, you know.
Yeah, so that's still like, even with you being caught, that's still excusable. Like, oh, this little boy down here
Yeah,
messing
what are
with
you
the
doing?
girls,
Right.
like not realizing like it was deeper than that.
Yeah.
So,
Right. And I didn't even know it was sexual at this
I
point.
mean, of course not. Yeah,
at this point, I just-
baby, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't know. I really just liked
You're
all
just
those
drawing them?
things.
Yeah.
I was like, I love the way they look. I love the way they smell. I love the way they feel. I love like all these
You
things.
were drawing
That's
the feet
like-
the way I was drawing the bologna. I just love the way bologna look,
Oh, Jesus.
smell, taste, that red
Stop.
spring. I was
Why?
like, oh, baby.
Why bologna?
I wait till everybody sleep. I go in that refrigerator, give me a couple
Stop.
slices. Oh,
Oh
baby.
my god.
Stop.
I got
But
really good at just waiting too. I just watch them.
experience a lot of little boys at church, like because you know we had to wear stockings. Like they were just obsessed with the feeling of stockings on women's legs. So they would just walk up to you, any exposed leg, and just stroke our legs. And it's like, stop, little boy.
It's kind of weird. I might have done that as a kid, though. But I was a little shy, so I wouldn't have done it like to somebody I didn't know. But if I knew you, I might have done it. I might have tried it to the foot.
Crick Claw said, okay, 6 to 8, good. I was about to say, hold on.
Oh yeah,
He just walked around a 14-year-old just tickling.
yeah.
Like, at this point, you
Mm-hmm.
should know how to control that. It's a time and a place.
Time and a place,
Yeah.
sir.
But 6 to 8, yeah, that's understandable. So, so we were talking about like it has remained the bottoms of feet, but is the preparation or the what you like about the bottoms of feet, has that changed throughout time? Because you said like it started one way and now you're
Yeah.
kind of into something else.
So when I was referring to that, I was saying like I was actually into different stuff. So like bondage, tickling, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
And then there's like I don't even know what it's called, but like dirty feet. Like people are into that, like stepping on food and stuff, and then like licking it off and stuff like that. I would try, you know, I've tried all these, dabble with a lot of the different stuff, like
To
foot
find out
jobs
like what you
and
like.
stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't like foot jobs, like, but I think I might now, but I just haven't tried it. But yeah, it's just like, yeah, so that's what I meant by that. But like,
Okay.
as far as what I'm into about the foot itself, it's kind of stayed similar. There's a
You
certain,
have to stage it,
there's
though.
a certain type, huh?
You have to stage it, or you tell the person what you like and they come prepared that way.
So this preparation thing is a newer thing
Mm-hmm.
because I realized that if it's not prepared in a certain way, then I'm not going to be as attracted.
Yeah.
If your foot doesn't smell like anything, then that's a problem for me. Or if it smells like soap.
Okay.
So you needed to smell like all day, but not like an all day funk, just like an all day natural scent.
Yes.
Nah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I like them like right when they come out of something. Like, so like if you're wearing shoes or something, I want you to keep the shoes on and I want to take them off. Because I want that like
You want a
first
Cinderella, you
impression.
You
Yeah.
hear me?
Yeah, I
Don't you
want
get
that.
your ass out that pumpkin just yet. I
Exactly.
grab my hand, bitch. Come on out of there.
Yeah.
Get these 3 mice and turn them into horses. Where the mice is at?
The Mises.
The Mises.
Where the Mises?
So it sounds like you kind of were taught pretty early in life that it was a quote unquote weird thing.
Yes.
So you like learned to be sneaky about it.
Yeah.
So what got you to this point of being able to say like, no, like this is my jam, and I'm talking about it and living this?
I got tired of it, cause I mean, I got tired of hiding. You know, it's kind of like coming out of the closet. I actually did a painting because I went to art school about it. I did all oil paintings and stuff, and I did this oil painting, and it was literally like me coming out to everyone, like, I have a foot fetish, guys.
Oh, really?
You know, and I'm gonna put this shit on Front Street. I'm gonna like talk about it. I'm gonna like make art about it. I'm gonna make music about it. I'm gonna be the foot guy. Right? And that was like in college is when I was like, all right, I can't be like a creepy weird dude anymore, right? But like, I mean, I wasn't that way. You know what I'm saying? It's just, all right. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I always felt alone. I always felt
yeah.
alone. You know what I mean?
Oh, that sucks.
And
I'm
so,
sorry you had to experience.
Nobody
that,
talks
friend.
about it. You know
right,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like now we got Instagram
Unless you're
and
Dr.
stuff.
Shows. Nobody really out here like pumping feet gang like that.
Yeah, there's a big foot fetish community, but
Oh, yeah.
nobody talks about it in the regular world, like real world conversations and shit. Don't nobody talk about that. Like
That's very true.
you gotta find the community that you can talk about it with, and now with Instagram and stuff, like you
It
can
makes it a
find
little
easy.
easier. Yeah. Yeah. Instagram and
Twitter.
Oh
and-
Twitter, yeah.
wow. So this Queer Claus in the chat says that she dated a foot tickle guy, and when she was younger, yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to gender you. When they were younger, he bought them knockoff Converse at Payless and told them to take the laces out, and they walked around the mall like that. It was like very specific. But his preference, she is fine, thank you. But his preference was actually Velcro orthopedic shoes. And she was like, nah, I'm not wearing those. You're not about to catch me walking around in those. I feel you. And I'm like, look, I'll do this, but those shoes are hideous.
Yeah.
What if I
That's
get
pretty
caught
rough.
in the background of somebody's picture in them shoes?
You got
I was
the
like,
old
this for
people
an
shoes
experiment.
on.
This is for Family Feud. They did a survey.
A Family Feud?
All the people were surveyed, and these are the responses. Finally made it.
So what was dating with a foot fetish like?
Yeah, it was the same. Actually, it was weird until college, until the time when I started like wanting to come out about it. Before that, so like all my girlfriends and stuff, none of them liked feet. Like they didn't like their feet. They didn't like the concept of feet. They didn't want me to touch them. They didn't want any of that stuff, right?
Wow.
So like it was pretty hard, you know, in
Yeah.
a relationship because I'm like that's what I want. Like that's
and it
what I
seems
literally
like
want.
it was a big enough, like that's probably a deal breaker for you, it sounds like, because it was something that was so important.
Yeah, I at least wanted somebody to be open to like exploring with me, you know?
Yeah.
So in college around that time, I had a girlfriend at the time who was open to like exploring. And so, you know, she helped me open up about it and be more, I don't know, into it. Like, be more,
Yeah.
you know, like I could take photos and I could like, we could do like, I did a giant painting of like just her feet, and I had her step on the canvas also, like while it was
Oh,
wet, so
really?
you got footprints and everything. It's like,
Wow.
it's
Do you still
pretty
have
sick.
it? Or-
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
still have it.
Okay. I want to see it.
yeah, it's big too. It's like,
Really?
It's like that big, yeah. There's panels.
Nice.
But yeah, so
yeah.
like the support is a real thing. Like
Yeah.
when I felt supported, I was like, all right, I can actually.
So did you feel like you
Yes.
actually needed, I know you said that you did like this whole coming out to your family, but did you, in hindsight, like did you feel like you really needed to pull them into that, or did you just need to, or could you have just gone with you embracing it and not dealt with your family being confused about it?
Oh, I didn't mean my family. I meant everybody.
Oh, so you
Like, I
did
made
like a
paintings.
massive, oh,
And then I
okay.
had
I
art
thought it was
shows.
like a family out thing, but you had like
Nah.
legit, oh, wow.
I told everybody about it. Like I was like, yeah, like I'm in the feet. Like that's my thing. I got some really nasty drawings and paintings that are like, yes, like that's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
Do you feel like the paintings help to make it easier as a visual reminder for them and normalize the situation versus constantly having to explain yourself to them? Like you think that or was it just like you felt the need to do that as part of like coming out and letting them know?
I felt the need to do it because I hadn't seen it before, and no one was doing it. Nobody's talking about it. So
Okay.
I was like, yo, like I need to express this because it's inside of me and it's very strong, and I don't know how else to get it out. So it was like that.
Okay,
That was really what it was about.
that's what's up.
But also to show off like the beauty of like, what I see. You know what I'm saying? Like I know there's other people out there that feel like I
Hell
feel,
yeah.
and so I'm like, yo, like there's no paintings in these places of like the bottom of a woman's foot.
Yeah,
Like that doesn't exist, and I'm like, I'm gonna do it.
you should.
I'm gonna do it.
Hell
you know?
yeah.
And I
Yes.
did it, and I'm like, all right,
That's dope.
let's keep it going. You know, I want to do sculptures, and I had a whole concept and all that stuff.
That's dope.
I'm gonna do it one day.
Okay.
Finish it.
That's so cool. So I
Yeah.
know, how was it like, wow, I know, because I know you, I know how you and, you know, your wife and met and everything, but how was it like telling her, because the way you've explained how you felt about her, you know, early on was, you know, like, it was pretty strong. So how did you explain to her like this is something I'm into, with the chances with running the risk of losing her?
That's a good question. I mean, I just straight up, like, I'm really in the feet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she had
If you
questions.
gonna vote me, you want to get down with this.
I'm like,
okay?
cause I'm like,
Wow.
look, if you're accepting all of me, and it's a big part of me.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna tell you, like early on, like
Yeah.
it's like I really don't want to like mess up what's happening and all that stuff. But this has to be a part of
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah.
So
What was
That's
your
what's up, man. I like that shit, man.
right?
Yeah.
What was your worst reaction or dating experience having the interest? Like, would you call yourself like a fetishist? You would? Okay.
I guess
Mm.
I think foot fetish guy.
Yeah, I
Foot
think so.
fetish guy.
FFG. yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a fetish. 100%.
Okay.
Because I could just do that and that's it.
Okay.
There's nothing more sexual needs to happen
Really?
Wow.
at all. Yeah.
Like seeing it or touching it?
Oh, so
and you
it's
don't-
not just a turn on, like it can finish
it's
too.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's everything.
Shit.
That's what I said when I'm like, look, like, you know,
I wish
I
I
know
wish that worked
everybody's
for
got
being
a thing.
food. I wish I could just see food
and that's
or not have to eat it and be like, that was enough. I'd be so fucking fit.
Oh my God, you be so skinny. You
Oh,
look
just see
sick.
some Taco Bell, be like,
you be out here.
imagine myself eating that.
Yo, I've heard of people being on that like sniff diet, like they just smell. Like I just needed the smell of bacon. I didn't need to eat it. And it's like,
Shit.
I
Whatever.
don't know about that.
If I smell it, I'm gonna inhale it. You got me? It's going down, my boy.
That's a good one.
if
That's
I
a good one.
smell it, I may inhale it.
I'm gonna turn to a
That's a good
fucking
one.
human
Fucking
vacuum.
idiot. Oh my God, you're an idiot. Just
I
stop.
really appreciate
Just-
the digital age that we're in, where
Yeah.
you can actually like find people who have common interests like that. Because I think
Yeah.
one of the loneliest things in the world is to
Like,
feel
feel
alone.
Yeah.
And something that people are already trying to shame you for.
Yeah.
And it's not like you out here, motherfucker, cutting motherfuckers' ankles off and stealing feet. You just like, I
Right?
admire this a part of the anatomy. I'm sure there are people that just like love, like I love the breast. I love the way it sits. I love how supple it is. I love how it encompasses the nipple. I admire that part of the anatomy of a woman. Like, I love it. But I also love the butt cheek. I love a good pair of cheeks. Some cheeks is this sitting up there. The teardrop style, the pear style, the apple. I love a good cheek, but I love lip. But I just love women. But to like isolate that one body part and just like, this is so beautiful. This is so beautiful. This is all I need.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's to be coined as a freak. I think that's something to like just admire something that much that it can like get you to that level. I think that's to be admired, bro. Like, or that's admirable. I think, especially if it can get you everything.
Right.
Okay.
Like, if I see some cheeks on the wall on the paint, I'm like, ooh, some nice cheeks. I'm
But
ready to
that's
fuck.
I'm
not
ready to
enough.
go.
Right. That's not enough.
Ready to
Exactly.
fuck. Walk out the museum.
Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Walk out the museum. You was at the Louvre looking at paintings.
There you go.
It's interesting because if you think about it, like feet are the bottom of your foot is one of the most hidden aspects in like media, photography, video, all of it. Like you don't really see feet very much.
Right.
And I've noticed this because I have a foot fetish.
Yeah.
So my whole life I've been like, yo, okay, look at that photo, that billboard of that beautiful woman, but why you cut it off right at the ankle? Like every time. Literally
This
every
complaint
time.
is like completely different from everybody else's.
Bruh, like, because I know some people like it's the complete opposite where they're like, I think they're disgusting.
Yeah.
And, and it's like, so I get that. And I'm
Yeah.
like, but there's people that are like, it's beautiful. Like,
Yeah.
there's a beautiful, I feel like it encompasses almost every part of the beauty of a woman. Like, it's all in a foot. Like, it's all there. You got all the curves and crevices and all the colors and smells. You got all of it.
Yeah, I mean, I was on the Vans Warped Tour, it was a rock tour, and it was mainly white. It was like me and like 3 other black guys throughout the whole fucking tour, right? And one of the chicks I was on tour, she was on my tour bus. She hooked up with this guy, and he like a number of times made her jack him off with her feet.
Oh, wow.
That was his thing. Like, he
Really?
was into the foot play, not just fetish. Like, you got to go to work. You use those monkey paws. She would show us like how she would do it. Like, she hold her feet together and like kind of cup her toes and just jack them off like that. That was his thing, man.
Yeah. That's the thing.
I thought it was. I thought it was different, but it was just like I just feel like you could never go fast enough to get enough friction to like hit my parts.
Yeah, it's most
You
of
silly.
it's the idea.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
what
okay, I
that's
can
what
see
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
the idea
Probably
of
the visual.
Yeah,
Because I know,
like-
I mean, shoot, just like with getting oral, like part of the excitement, part of what does it is actually watching, like just seeing your head between my legs.
Okay.
Like, so it has,
It's just like that.
yeah.
You're
So
seeing
it's
the thing
just
that
like,
you love.
like if I don't see it, then I may not even be able to make it because I have to see it. So,
Yeah, it's the same thing.
I can
That's
see that.
so cool.
I can see
Yeah.
that.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. I'm very
okay.
happy to have a foot fetish.
You said you're very happy?
I would not
So-
trade it for anything. I love it.
Yeah, I used to be one of those people that was like, feet are gross, especially men's feet. Like, so gross. What are you trying to? You're so stupid. I can't even try to explain that. I was about to try to explain it to those who aren't,
I know
who
exactly what I
aren't
was doing.
watching.
Oh, those that ain't watching, they don't even know. But those that are watching, they know exactly what I just did. Like, look at the world, that motherfucker. I feel like a supervillain for a second.
Yeah, but I definitely thought feet were gross. But the older I got and the more comfortable I got in my skin and my own sexual interests, I really like putting my feet on people. Like, it's one of my favorite things. Like, at first it was just because, I'm cold and we're in bed together. Let me put my feet on you. No.
Thanks, Sherry.
Now it does not matter where we are.
We be in the jacuzzi.
If my feet are bare, I'm going to put my feet on you.
She
Like,
put her feet
so I just be so excited when when he's around, because he does not care about my feet being on him, and it's a few other friends who know that's my thing, and so they is like, I'll only let you do this, and I just run my toes up and down their leg, like like a little weirdo, but it's like I love it so much, and because I'm like that, it's made me more receptive to people putting their feet on me, because it's like you can't be the only one out here dishing out toes, like So,
Dishing out toes.
but it's just I don't know. It's like I am like a complete pervert for a foot rub, so I can only imagine, coming into contact with somebody who loves feet. Like
That's a good
can you
thing.
sprinkle that
Yo,
on him? I just be like, don't you want to rub
That-
these? Just be chasing you around with my foot out.
That was a good end. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a foot massage.
I'll give you a foot massage.
And it's not weird. All right, I'll give you a foot
So it's
massage.
like
Awesome. But I'm
he
over
offers
here like,
to do this a lot.
I'm like,
And
we
he
could do that every
massages
day.
them right up close to his face. Is that normal?
Do you think you could ever be like a foot massage therapist? Like just focus on that, or would that be like lifting the veil too much? Is it exciting because you can't get it as often as you want it or as
Ooh,
frequent
that's
as
a
you
good
want?
one, yeah.
I think so. If I was a foot masseuse or a masseuse in general, well, no, if I was specifically a
Yeah.
foot masseuse, I think it would there would be times when I would get in trouble.
Yeah.
I really would. Like
You
if the
just be
right set
like-
of feet come in there, I
You're
would be like,
man, I'm finna lick this foot.
I'd be like, I'm gonna do way more than that. It's not just gonna be licking, but it's
Oh my God.
Hey, like
that
some-
just made me think of that Kid Peele sketch where he was a detective, but in order to solve the crime, he had to jack off. It's like you couldn't finish a
oh
foot
my
rub without
gosh, yes.
coming.
That's exactly what would happen. Yeah.
It's like, yo, he got to keep leaving halfway through all the foot rubs.
Yeah, that's exactly what would happen. Like
he
I would
came
be
back in a
like
different color pants.
every time. I mean, if it's the right pair of feet.
Yeah.
But if it's not the right pair of feet, I don't think I would be as interested in giving a great foot massage. So I'd be
Yeah.
a terrible foot masseuse to feet that I don't really.
Oh,
Some jacked up
okay.
feet coming there. You be like, I
Yeah.
quit. I quit.
I'd be like,
Hanging it up, baby.
Yep. I would just be like, all right, well, in and out.
Wow. Okay. So, like, what are the different avenues? Because you kind of touched on it. You're like, you're into bondage, or like, what are the different ways that foot play can be or displayed or in the kink world?
Yeah, there's so many. There are a lot. But what am I particularly into? Or
I
just in
wanted
general,
to
all
just
of
know
them?
generally, like, just more of an informational, not so much getting into your business
Not
with
to
that
my
question.
business. Okay.
Burger stocks, huh?
so-
Motherfucker come in with a good pair of burger stocks. You see that
Burger
ankle?
stocks. Yeah, that's the thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, indeed.
This is a thing for everything.
Wow.
Those are, wait, which kind of stockings are those?
No, Birkenstocks.
Birkenstock,
like
not
the
stockings.
slides.
Oh, I
the
thought you
slides.
said stocks.
No,
so
yeah,
what's
yeah.
the slide? What are these?
Birkenstocks are like slides. They like
Yeah.
those Dutch slides.
Is it Dutch?
I thought they were
Are they like
Dutch.
Crocs?
know. No.
They
Like
have-
wooden Crocs?
Yeah, yeah, they look like the nah, not like the.
Those.
Oh, nah. Fuck those.
He was like,
Nah. Because that usually means that there's dirty feet in there. And they probably go camping. And that's even worse.
Oh my God. Yeah.
well, that's a nice pair of feet right there. You work with that? Like if it was in.
I mean, they don't show the bottom, though.
Okay, fair enough.
Right.
Fair enough.
That's so true. Like
Let
you
me
never
find out-
see the bottoms
You
of
never
feet.
see it.
Let me find out there's a big fucking community out there. People like Alonzo. I'm gonna come up with a shoe that's got a clear sole.
They have those.
I'm gonna come out with this shit.
Really?
They
Get you
do.
motherfuckers looped in, man. I'm gonna get you looped in,
I've
baby.
only seen like two. I was actually gonna sculpt one.
Oh, yeah?
Like I was working on it. Like I was gonna do it because I was like, it doesn't exist. I'm gonna do it heels, and they're gonna be clear on the bottom, like
Yeah.
crystal clear, so you can see everything.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
just cloudy. But like, yeah, no, people are into a lot of stuff. They're into like,
I'm over here trying to find them.
you get stepped on. So there's like the what is it called? Giant.
Oh yeah, I heard that the
giantitis?
giant. Yeah, something.
I don't know how to
plant.
pronounce that shit. It's where like you want to be like, literally. There are a few ways of looking at it, but like you imagine yourselves very small,
Yeah.
and a foot is there very big. right? I used to actually do that. I used to fantasize about that as a kid. I used to fantasize about being a mosquito and like flying into like a girl's room and then landing on her feet and then just like
Really?
taking it all in, right? I used to do that. So
You should write
I
a
understand
children's
it.
book about a mosquito with a foot fetish to
Yeah.
let children know
Chunks
I
and
did
it's
it.
okay.
It's
What's
like
your function?
Is that the mosquito bite?
yes, that's exactly what I wanted.
Who
To
I'm about to dive in.
Yep.
Yes, if the bubbles come through. Oh my
You
goodness.
just wake up with 3 bites on the bottom of her foot. It's like, what the fuck mosquito bit me on the bottom of my foot?
This guy.
Because
This guy right here in there. But that's a big thing, man. Like
Wow.
people want to feel small. They want a woman to stand over them
Yeah.
and like step on their face.
yeah.
Oh.
Right? And that's a whole
Yeah.
a whole community.
Oh, that's
there.
some Billions shit. On the
Yeah.
first episode when old girl walked out and like squatted over her husband and peed on him.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Giamatti.
Yep. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's the bondage tickling. That's a whole different spectrum. Like,
Oh, man.
I'm really into
That'd
that
get
so
too.
somebody
bondage
killed.
and tickling goes together, or
Separately.
it's separate?
It's
Okay.
separate because the bondage part, it could just be the bondage, you know, binding them. But then like tickling them, it can either go tickling without binding, like no binding at all, or just tickling with being bound.
Okay.
And that's a lot of different things you get out of that. It's like the tickle, like if you're not bound, then you can like move around. People like that. But then there's people who like me, where you're like stuck. You can't move. And like I control because this is one of the most sensitive parts of the human body. So it's like you can just do a lot and like get a lot of reactions.
That
And
sounds like
there's a lot of people that do
torture.
that.
Right, I was just saying, I'm not
That
ticklish.
sounds like
I'm not
torture.
ticklish anywhere, but I think if I was tied up and somebody was like doing something to my feet, like with a feather or just light touch, I'd shit myself. It's too sensitive. Like the foot is so sensitive. When you think about acupuncture and how they say that the part of there's a part of your body connected to every part of your foot. Like the foot is connected to every part of the body, rather.
Yep.
So like the bottom of your foot can hit a nerve in your shoulder and your elbow, something like that's a lot of nerve. That's
Why
a dickhead.
did you go straight to shitting yourself though?
Because it's like so a lot of, you know, if somebody's giving you head and they just on the mushroom tip,
Oh yeah.
that's a lot. It's like
I
all
hate
your nerve endings
that.
on your clit.
right on your clit.
I
Yeah.
All
hate
of your,
that.
girl, shut up. Shut up.
Man, I hate that so much.
If
man.
I was just on the clit and I was just really like all your nerve endings, it makes you feel like when the old boy was cutting his arm off in 128 hours, 127 hours, that sound like that. That's what it feels like when there's so many nerves and you're just like,
Yeah.
it's just too intense. Like, if you're doing that to my, and I can't move, I'm completely helpless. That noise right there. And then 2 seconds later, shit myself. Now, I hope you're happy. Now you done fucked up these ropes because you couldn't learn how to play right.
hate being tickled. I absolutely hate being tickled. I had to like sit him down and have a come to Jesus with him because he used to love tickling me, and I hated it so much. I was like, I will leave you. I will
Damn.
leave you. I hate being tickled. This is not fun for me. I need you to stop it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, that whole community's like.
It took him a while, but he
jab.
finally stopped. He finally took me serious and he stopped. So no more tickling. But man, I hate that shit so much.
I still love tickling.
Really? Do you like being tickled?
No, I don't. I
Real
I
fast.
love how fast he answered
0
it.
to
The
100
question
real
was
quick.
don't.
barely past my lips.
I really don't. I don't like being tickled.
What don't you like
But,
about it?
You know, honestly, I think it's a control thing,
Mm-hmm.
right? I think that's kind of what it comes down to. Like you don't have
Fucking
control
patriarchy.
when somebody. Of course, coming back to the patriarchy. When somebody's tickling someone, they feel like they're in control. Like, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like the person that's receiving the tickling has to be like open to receiving
receive it,
and
yeah.
allowing it to happen. You know, sometimes I have a thing about control. Like I don't want to be vulnerable and like making weird noises.
I
and-
honestly get
what
that
I'm
is
saying?
why I stopped. Like I forced myself to stop laughing when I was a kid because I had big cousins that would hold you down and tickle you, like
Yeah.
do you down there pee on yourself or like until you're upset. And so like I literally had to like just force myself to stop laughing, and that's how I taught myself to stop laughing when I got ticked. Underarms, thighs, feet,
Yeah.
neck, all of that. Like nothing works for me now, and it just looks weird when you're up there trying like, you ain't ticklish nowhere, bitch. I said nowhere 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Nowhere, motherfucker.
See, I used to try to sit on people and be like, "You tickle me, I'ma pee,
Mm.
And that's
and
it.
I'ma pee on you."
All
And
right.
you actually will do it? You've done it. Oh.
I peed on a cousin.
Mhm.
Oh, they done messed
then
up.
I was
they
like, I
paid me
couldn't
to pee on her
control
back.
it. I could definitely control it. I said, "Don't
right.
tickle me."
Yeah.
I will pee on you. And then that's a whole different thing. It's like, oh, I'm never tickling anyone ever again. You like
Good.
scarred them
Good.
for life. Like,
I
forever.
did not consent to that ticklage, so it's
See,
fine.
that is the thing too, though. You have to consent to the ticklage. You know what I'm saying? Titillage on the ticklage.
I did not consent to that ticklage, so you get peed on.
Mm.
I couldn't pee on him because we share a bed, and most of the time he was tickling me. We were in the bed. But I kept threatening to. Did you just put the box over the microphone?
I was gonna say something, but I didn't want to say something.
You was trying to say something? You didn't want to say something?
Go ahead and finish your little show. I tickled you in the shower and I peed on you. I switched the tables.
Oh
You
man.
turned the tables on me.
Stop, I'm a pee. Won't beat me, motherfucker.
The real story of why he peed on me in the shower. Now we get it somewhere. Oh my God. So, yes, I've learned things.
Someone said, have you ever been with someone who had a different fetish than you?
Ooh.
So not someone who just didn't like feet necessarily, but someone that might have had a fetish for fingers, ears, you know, anything like that.
Bondage, leather.
Yeah. Oh, that was for you. I'm
no.
sorry, Lonzo.
That was for you.
I've been with someone that has a fetish for earlobes,
Really?
which is interesting. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I never been with somebody who was obsessed with earlobes, but
I've never
she was
heard of
obsessed with earlobes.
Shit.
It didn't get her off like that though, but she still was fascinated. Like she just loved
Like
to rub on
playing
my
with it, just
earlobes.
rubbing it like that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
like kiss them, lick them, all this stuff. But like rubbing on them, like obsessed with earlobes.
Mm.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Right?
Other than that, I've been with a lot of women that are like that are into women, but that's not really a fetish. That's,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
Lifestyle.
yeah.
Attraction, yeah.
But it's more consistent than not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like that.
really?
Yeah.
I get that.
Ah.
I think most women are into women.
I admire that about women and somewhat are jealous of women that they are praised and accepted for their kinks and stuff like that. I think it's always harder for males, like, especially even with Alonzo, to grow up liking feet and, be shunned for it or, tried to make feel less than because he liked it. And I feel like women are, with the exception of maybe like just coming out saying they like women, I think they are accepted more in society for their kinks and their fetishes. And I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. It's kind of like how women can hold hands and it's not looked at as, gay, right? But like the moment like a guy was like, man, this is my dog right here. Like, hey, you trying to fuck your dog. No, we just play Madden.
Yeah.
It's just those society norms and those barriers that we have on ourselves as men to not be as free. And I think that's why it takes longer for men to come out and say that there's certain kinks that they have and fetishes that they have for fear of being rejected or shunned by society's norms.
Right.
I guess
agree.
so. I guess women in that realm, though, it's hard for anybody to, jump into a world that the majority of society deems weird or taboo. But yeah, I guess it is more welcoming to women, but than it is to men because. I mean, it's more welcoming to women for one reason is because women are always kind of put on display and sexualized and everything. So it's like it's always okay to see a woman doing those things, but it's I'm sorry. It's not okay to see a man doing those things because then it comes off as a feminine thing because you've only pushed women into those
That's a good
roles.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's so dope. So, oh, good question, Chris, aka Mr. Talent. So, in your experience of being on the other side of someone else's fetish, how did it make you feel?
Yeah. I felt good about. I mean, I felt open to it.
Open to it? Okay.
Because I just want to make my partner happy, and it's like, if they're into something particularly, like very specifically, I'm like, all right, let's see where it goes. As long as it doesn't hurt me,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm open to trying it. I want
Yeah.
to see you happy. I want to see you have pleasure and stuff. Like when it gets to like fetish, because I don't know, like it's walking the line with the earlobe thing. You know what I mean? Like, because she wasn't like, it wasn't like fully sexual.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, so if it was like a fully sexual thing, I would be 100% down, open. You know what I mean? I'd be like, yo, like let's do. What do you want to do with my earlobe?
Yeah.
Don't cut it off, but just what do you want to do? You know?
Okay.
That's how. It would
So
feel.
is there so it sounds like you're only attracted to women's feet.
Yes.
And is there your hand
I
up
mean,
there,
I
baby?
can't say that for certain. I just
Okay.
haven't seen like a lot of men's feet that you know.
Oh, okay.
That I'm attracted to. So I'm sure that there are men feet that are like, okay, you have women feet, and I'd be like, I like your feet, bro, but
Bro.
but that hasn't happened. That hasn't happened. Not yet.
So are there any like foot characteristic hard stops for you? Like are you like
Yes.
your toe knuckles are too dark or something? Like
Yeah, I don't like long toes that are separated like fingers. I don't like finger toes.
finger toes.
I like small, like cute feet, like feet that are like you feel like they can be like you can just hold them and
Yeah.
want to coddle them. You know, like that's the kind of feet I like.
Oh,
They're like plump. They call them meaty feet in the
Meaty feet.
Meaty
Meaty
feet.
feet
Oh,
in
is
the
that
community.
foot fetish guy
Terminology.
world term?
It is meaty,
Aw.
meaty soles.
Meaty feet.
I like
Meaty soles?
wrinkled,
Meaty
meaty
feet.
soles.
Wait, wrinkled meaty soles.
Yeah, they have to have like good wrinkles, you know. But yeah, the big thing is like definitely no long toes. That
No
are,
long toes. And by long toes, you
jagged.
mean the ones that are like all basically the same length, or you're just saying like if even one toe is long, you checking out?
No, it's like yeah, it's proportionate. Like when you have you see somebody with a hand and they have long fingers, but their hand is like really small. Like the palm of their hand is small, but their fingers are long. It's like that. Like,
Oh,
if
okay.
you have
So
a
you
normal
don't want,
size looking
like, a-
foot and your
yeah.
toe is like too long for proportion, I'm like, nah, man. Like, I feel like you could like
Your
grab
foot-
my lip and like open.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want nah.
Oh yeah, that's what's definitely gonna happen.
You're
I
right.
don't want that.
Yeah.
Well, dang, what you want?
I don't want. I want
It's
them
about
to
what
look
you gonna
like
take.
little berries, like little,
little berries?
like little blueberries, but they're pink.
I can
I guess I ain't the
understand
one Sherry Barnes.
that
Go ahead.
because of how delicate it looks. It's almost like care worthy. Like you want to care for it. You want to adore it. Like the
Yes.
adoration that you have for something that beautiful. I can see like the love for that. Like I don't share that same passion, but I can definitely see
See it.
that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
that's
get
definitely
that.
it. That's it.
And then especially with like, getting to know you before even finding out this was a thing, it like I have to say actually really normalized it.
Yeah. 'cause-
For me, because it's like, yo, this is my guy. He cool as fuck. So, and this was something that had always been presented as being so weird. But I'm like, ain't not weird about him.
Yeah. And it's also it very much in tune and in line with who he is as a person.
Yeah.
He's a very meticulous and detail-oriented person with his music, with his work, when he sculpts things. So it would only make sense that he's very meticulous with the way that he
And-
likes
yeah,
that
very
fetish presented to.
specific,
Yeah, very
yeah.
specific with it. So like when you
cool.
go, like when you look at it like that, it's like, oh, okay, I get it. Like it was like motherfucker that I really like PB&J's, but I need the crust cut off and I need the sandwich sitting north, and the PB&J has to have the PB on top, J on the bottom, and it can never be GJ.
No
It's
GJ.
always
GJ.
strawberry J. Like when you that detail oriented, it's not weird when like that's who you are as a person. It's like
Yeah.
that's just what the fuck they like.
Right.
Like,
I appreciate y'all, man.
Yeah.
Like, I really appreciate
That's
that.
what's
That means
up.
a lot to me.
we normalizing everything in this bitch.
Yes. Yes.
We
sex
out here.
things.
Feet t-shirts coming soon. Live.
Feed me, Seymour. Is it what I did there? Like feed.
Right. Hashtag meaty feet.
Feed me out.
Meaty feet.
Meaty feet.
Meaty soul.
Meaty
let's
feet
go.
gang.
Feed me out.
Feed me out.
We about to make a business, man. We
Oh,
about to
man.
have a whole
It works
foot
on so
fetish
many levels.
business.
All right. Yes, it's a safe space. But I like that Sherry boy. She said, if basically you don't like long toes, so if the chick can throw up gang signs with her toes,
Oh, yeah, that's a great
she
one.
ain't the one.
She ain't the
I was
one.
like, I guess I ain't the one because
That's
I
a
be
good
doing
one.
all types of weird shit with my toes.
Farron be picking,
I be
up,
picking up
chopsticks.
stuff.
She played jacks with this kid one time while she was laying
Oh, my
down.
Shut the fuck up. You've been clouded all night.
Jacks.
Oh yeah, but I
yeah.
do like sometimes I don't feel like using my hands and I'm trying to give a thumbs up. I'll use my toes.
She will.
But like you said, safe space. Thank you. Don't
Safe
judge me.
space.
It's a safe space.
Boy, judging, that was just confirmation that shit happened. It did happen.
Yeah. So
Motherfucker
yeah.
look like a drumstick
Thank
coming up.
you so much for letting us get more into your business. I've been wanting to have this conversation for a while. So just normalize things and teach us all a bit more about the feet
The fetish
feet
life.
gang.
So they said,
Feet fetish life. What?
Hannah said, are we giving him the 1 foot or the 2 feet for the emoji?
Oh, man.
They come your emoji.
Two because
are
it's the
emojis?
soles. It's showing the soles.
Oh,
you
yeah.
gotta do that.
That's it. Well, no, the 1 foot shows the soul, too.
No, it don't. That's side of the foot.
That one?
Oh well, here it comes up different.
Okay.
Oh, it does come up.
So yeah,
So, yeah, it has to be the
it
2
do the
Crazy.
footprint one.
The 2 foot
so
because it
it's
shows
like
the souls.
Give me the
Yes.
souls.
Symmetry
Four
souls.
souls up. Symmetry souls.
But before we get out of here, yes, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for your time. And do you want to tell the people where to find you and what's coming up and all the things?
Sure. Thanks for having me, guys.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Check them out on
Really cool.
feedmeout.com.
Feed me out.
Fates are us.
My stuff is pretty music-y right now. @_symmetry is my Instagram.
Oh, spell it.
SIMITRE. And so I got music. I'm making music for a lot of the content at Kevin on Stage Studios and my own stuff. So I'm working on stuff, you know what I'm saying? Coming soon. I'm gonna be releasing some more music and
Come on.
Nice.
putting myself
Can't
out
wait.
there
Such
more,
a
you know what I'm
dope
saying?
artist, y'all.
I've been hiding behind
Amazing
social media.
voice.
I appreciate
Yes.
that.
Yes, yes, yes.
But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Like, this is dope.
Hell yeah, man.
To
Thank
express
you.
myself as a fetish. Shit.
Next
Fetish
week,
Right.
we got a friend coming on that loves nipple hair. It's going to be an amazing episode. The longer, the better. And they got a t-shirt line that's called Hear Me Out.
Oh my God.
How long had you been sitting on that?
You've been
It just came to me.
waiting.
It just came to
It
you.
just came to me right now.
Oh my God. The foolishness flows from you too freely.
Yeah, foolishness ensues.
Did you just unbuckle your
I did. I'm hot in
Okay, y'all.
here.
It is hot in here. Thank y'all
It is
so
hot.
much for joining us for another episode, Patreon. And if you're not part of Patreon, you're listening to this on the day it comes out, join Patreon. You can be in the
Missing out.
studio with us.
Yeah.
And don't forget to get your More to the Story merch, lovemtts.com, and your More Mop merch.
Mm-hmm. All that.
What's the website?
Just go to TheHearMore.com. You go to TheHearMore.com, and it has all the links for shows, merch, Patreon, YouTube, everything. Everything is on TheHearMore.com. So just pull up on me right there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Pull up on me!
And if you have the KOS app and been following the shows and
Ooh.
projects and things, then you have
That's a
heard
fire.
Symmetry's music and don't even realize it.
You got some fire over there. You hear me?
Yes. Oh, I do need an emoji. Y'all work on that. That's your homework. We'll be back in the studio in 2 weeks. I expect to see results. Oh, yeah. So anyway, thank y'all so much for joining us for another episode of More to the Story. See you next week. Bye.
Peace, guys.